And we had the two Conqueror Haki users go straight up against each other. Fucking Doflamingo and freaking Luffy finally clashing. And this is one thing that we see right now, and I mean it confirmed right in the chapter that Doflamingo also as well has Conqueror's Haki. So that is something that we actually hadn't heard about recently, unless I'm being mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's only something that we only know about just now. And as soon as they just fucking clash, it was mainly a flashback about Doflamingo and pretty much how he met like Treble, and he's saying, hey, and he was the one that gave him his like traditionary gun and also as well his devil fruit. And it's like, you know, if you're truly a man, you know, isn't there anyone you want to kill? You know, let's give him some revenge. And this shows, you know, that pretty much this is what gave him and like his sort of like reasoning to now. It's like, oh, what's this? This fucking these bullies killed you, try to hurt you. Let's just kill them. Oh, this fucking road was like hurt your legs or something like that. Let's just go and set it on fire. It just shows that Treble is a fucking piece of shit, and he was pretty much manipulating. Like he was pretty much manipulating him at first, and now Doflamingo is pretty much at this point. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna use you guys. You know, fuck it. Like, and just see it. Like he's just going straight in. Like the two are just each other are clashing, beating the living shit out of each other. And it was like, this is a surprisingly different change to One Piece, where it's like we actually just had these two like duking it out. It wasn't just like a bunch of just dialogue and just it. For once in a chapter of One Piece, which I haven't felt like this in a while, it felt like it fast-paced and actually decently paced for a One Piece. And that's the thing that I never see in One Piece at all. I feel like, oh, it's super fucking slow, or it's just like, it needs to speed up a little bit with this part of that. But no, like we have fucking Doflamingo and Luffy clashing, and then fucking just go straight into Treble saying like, oh, you can't get out of all this like stinkiness. And he's like, you know, fuck it, try to use his fucking like fucking guns like that. He's trying to beat the shit out of Treble, and it's like, wait a minute, it's like, what? It isn't working at all. And it was like, you know, since, you know, my arm and Haki should work on a Logia user, and it's useless. And it's like, that's one thing that they didn't really go into, is like, could he just like move his body around or something like that, or it's just that maybe because that's just all this like slime there that he was able to move his body out of the way for that sort of part. So that was one thing I was kind of confused about, because we saw right at the end of this chapter with Treble especially that he's like this really skinny ass dude, so maybe just Luffy just missed him. But when we saw more into the past, it's like, you know, this was 30 years ago, the four of us picked up on the unpolished diamond and made him what he is today. And you see the, you know, that you got all of this fucking, you got Virgo, Diamante, Pika, Treble, all there, like just fucking burning villages down and saying like, you know what, we do choose you because you will one day be Pirate King. And it's just like, after that, it's like fucking trying to kill Law. He's like, I got flammable fucking snot. And he just like goes in, fucking tries to like finish off the deed with him, and fucking just Law out of nowhere just cuts the fuck out of him. He's like, he makes his like his little arm that he detached all this time actually come out, and he fucking just goes room like that, stubborn, and just cuts him right the fuck off. So I was like, that was really clever of him that he actually used like his actual arm that he actually got cut off into his own thing. So that pretty much, I'm guessing that means that Law is going to have his arm pretty much put back on. And it's like, there were just things in the show. It's like, why could like Law actually do that? Did Law know like his actual weak spot that he was able to do that? Like, that's one thing I'm like kind of curious about. Like, why was Law able to damage him and Luffy wasn't? That was just one thing that was kind of a little bit confused in the chapter at the end. But it's like, right, but that ending though, when he was getting caught up, and he's like, you know, fuck it, I'm going to take you with me. So we not only do we have like Treble being defeated in this chapter now, that like the ending of him, but the question is like, you know, did Law and Luffy and everyone else survive that during this shit? Because they were all covered in his like in his mucus and shit. So and that, it was a really good chapter. Really did enjoy this one. I'm going to give this one probably an 8. I thought this was a great chapter of like One Piece. Really progressing with the ending of this arc, definitely. But let me know in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.